What's up guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna be shooting something different than POV. I'm here with RAW camera and my bro is here. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, and today we're gonna be shooting some symmetries with tripod. We are here in a pretty dope location. I'm not sure if you have already seen some kind of shots from this location, but it's really nice. Look at this. So we're gonna be shooting here, and we got some ideas for shots. We plan to shoot about maybe 10-15 photos, different arrangements, different positions, poses, etc. And we're gonna be using tripod and wide lens today. Okay guys, so we're gonna be shooting with Sigma 19-2.8 on Lumix G9. It's RAW camera gear, so this is gonna be useful for any kind of close-ups and yeah, different shots than on wide lens, you know what I'm saying. So the second camera you already know, it's R3 by Sony and Sigma 14-24 2.8. It's super wide lens, it's pretty dope, and we're gonna be using, maybe for some shots we're gonna be using this light. It's a Quadralight Mi LED, so it's one color but it's super bright, so we can use it in dark areas of this location. And the last thing is this little baby, the best tripod I've ever seen and used, to be honest. Peak design tripod, super easy to set up. You just unlock those four clips and you release. That's pretty dope and very easy to manage the camera on top. And the last thing we're gonna use is the pilot remote controller, so we can both go on the places and just push the button and we both be on the single photo. So let's put the camera here, like like here. Yes. Okay, let's put it here and
I will.
let's clean the area and let's clean the floor. Okay. Now we are changing the position because of the kids running there, so let's change the angle and put it here. And this is kind of cool too. And we're gonna sit on the edges of the on this thing of the floor. Okay guys, so another location switch because of another group of guys shooting a session or whatever they are doing. So, but there is a plenty of space, so we probably gonna go maybe at the end. We managed to set up the camera, so this is how it looks like. We have some water in front and this is the low angle. We're gonna be shooting at 40mm and we're aiming for a symmetry shot, so let's try that and see how it looks like. finished, and I think we have some pretty good photos. We took some symmetries, we had some fun on 3 different spots, I guess, and now I'm gonna do some editing, and you're probably gonna see this on the Instagram, and the 3K is coming, so yeah, stay tuned. Okay guys, here we are with the Lightroom and my editing process. Today I'm gonna show you how I edit my photos and a simplified minimalistic process, so super easy and nothing really to be afraid of. So I always start with the composition. So let's go to the transform tool, transform tab, and as you can see, this image is pretty much good enough because it was shot on tripod, so it's kind of straight if you first see it. So what this tool does, it straighten up the image, so it's more like without distortion or anything like that. So you can see on these poles here, they are kind of, you know, falling down here. Okay, so when you press auto, it's a good start. And the next thing I'm gonna do is to fixing the composition in terms of Instagram. So I'm gonna choose the Instagram dimensions. It's 4x5. Here is a little tip. On the sides you have 2 boxes, as you can see here and here. This is the middle of the frame, so if we go down, it's gonna be something like that, because I want to have us in the middle on this line. So this is it, and in the meantime we can also fix the center point. Okay, so it's not perfectly straight. Let's fix it, and now it is. Okay, so this is Command Option O. Anyhow, so this is the first step. I always start with the composition, and then we're gonna move to the settings of the exposure and all these tabs on the right. So let's start with the exposure, because the image is kind of dark. I will increase the exposure by 1. I will drop the shadows about 50 maybe, yeah, something like that. Shadows, increasing shadows to maybe 55. This is good. Let's leave the whites for now. Blacks maybe -15. The clarity, texture and haze are the things I do as a last step, because the image sometimes doesn't even need it, so it depends on your style and what would you like to achieve. So let's go to vibrance. I always increase vibrance just a little bit, decrease the saturation just a little bit, maybe -5. It's good enough for the start. And remember, this is just a draft, basic settings, nothing really, you know, heavy in terms of fixing the image. So this is the turn curve, and if you want to have this milky, nice softy look, it's gonna be the first point on the left. This is the blacks. If you go up to the top, it's gonna bring that milky shadow, or however you want to call it. Let's increase the lights, the highlights, kind of like this. Okay, it's good enough. And yeah, it looks good already, I think. Yes. Okay, let's now go to colors, and I'm not gonna pretend that I'm figuring out this right now, so I will just use my colors that I already have. Of course, I will do some modifications, but who knows, maybe they will fit immediately without any modifications. So as you can see, it's kind of washed out, but let's wait for the split toning, which I personally love because of the, you know, things that you can achieve with this little two stripes, and maybe not two, but four. But yeah, this is pretty impressive tool and underrated by many. So let's do my settings here too, like 225, 50, and it's gonna be pumped right now. Let's drop the saturation just a little bit, like 45 in this case. And the last thing related to colors is the calibration. Let's go to calibration, and here we're gonna play with colors too. So like 39 minus 10, 25, 5 minus 15. Okay, something like that. It's starting to looking good. Okay, and so yeah, this is pretty much it in terms of the overall look. And this is how I always want my images to look like, kind of softy looking pics. And of course the night photo editing is kind of different, and I use some different techniques, but that's gonna be shown in the future videos someday. So now we can increase the clarity a little bit, and what we have left, the lens correction. Let's see what it does. Yeah, it's okay, because sometimes it can destroy our picture. So let's increase slightly the noise reduction. My sharpening settings are pretty basic, nothing really different, and it also depends on the picture you are currently working on. So if you have dark picture, watch out on the noise. You probably will have to increase the noise reduction and the color masking and all these things here, so you will have to play with it a little bit more. And here we have everything correct. Down curve, it's pretty dope, but let's check. Yeah, something like that. It's pretty good. And slightly increase the temperature by 100. Okay, yes, this is it. So the last thing I would do to this image is I would use a brush tool, and I would brush our silhouettes to bring them up a little bit. So it's we are kind of dark right now. So, but yeah, it's not the inside edit. It's not in my editing process right now. So let's skip it. And what you can do right now is you can copy these settings by clicking the Command C, copy, and you basically can use them on any other photo you have. So of course this was all these photos were taken in the one photo session with the same conditions, so they all probably will look good, but sometimes you have to modify a lot, so it's better to start from scratch. So yeah, let's copy it. But as you can see, this image is like this is like unsymmetrical symmetry. It's kind of weird because the hole, this kind of door or whatever window, is optically unsymmetrical in relation to this hole and the poles here. So yeah, this is one of the hardest image to fix. So I have to turn off the transform tool. I will go to the crop and straighten tool. I will choose the Instagram, and again centering point and fixing the horizon, because you always, maybe not always, sometimes you want to have this angle, but probably always you want to fix your horizon, because I'm really laughing when I see buildings falling down, or the sea, the line of the sea is like going down, falling down. So it's really crazy, and I'm still not super happy. Let's see the grid. It's kinda okay. This image is weird, right? It's kinda hard to to position it, but let's try to find the center point again. So this is gonna be like something like here. Okay, and it's not perfect because raw is under the sunrise and I am in the shadows, but yeah, this is pretty good itself, so let's give it. And oh, okay, I can keep the settings from the before. So let's apply this to, I marked this at 5 stars, so yeah, let's apply this. This is like perfect image because look, bang, we are almost done. Composition, I mean Instagram, and center point. I want to have this reflection as this line of between the reflection and the original area in the middle, so boxes line. It's pretty dope. Let's change the center point. Okay, the right side was kind of going right. Okay, this is perfect. Bang. Yeah, I like this one. I mean, we can drop the highlights a little bit, you know, kind of increase the shadows a little bit, increase the clarity so we have more intensive reflection, and add a little bit milky to the image. And for me, this is my style, and this is gonna be on the Instagram soon for sure. I love it. It's pretty good. Okay, and we have the same style. We can use it on any other photo. This one was shot on the tripod as well, and look how weird because of 40 millimeters. And I was like sure, 100% sure that it was straight. So that's weird. Again, same effect, same preset as before. Turning off the transform tool, going to the crop, Instagram format, middle. Here we can go a little bit down, like something here. Optically weird lines, but let's try that. And this is kind of straight, I guess. And let's try to fix the, I mean, yeah, something like that. I don't know. I think it looks pretty good. This line looks like it's going up on the right side, but whatever. And it's definitely too bright, so going down with the exposure, bringing down highlights, working with the not too much shadows, going with blacks a little bit down, and we need our milky effect. So yes, okay, let's keep it. It's not bad, but it's not good either, so it's decent. Okay, let's go to the last one. I mean, yeah, here we are floating above the surface, but it's the same the same frame, so let's skip it. Here we have the same frame, and here is the same. Okay, so let's do this as the last one. And as you can see, this is the same thing as the last photo I was editing. It's too bright, so let's just go back one step. Let's go back to that image, copy the settings from that image, and paste it here. And bang, we are almost done, but we have to fix the composition. So Instagram is always, yeah, finding the middle point is pretty good, and fixing the horizon. And going down a little bit, so yeah, it's pretty good. Okay guys, so this is it. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something new from my workflow, editing workflow, and this is how it was before, and this is how it is now. I would probably brush our silhouettes as well to give it a little bit more punch, brightness, and you know, to give it a little bit more attention to us. So, but it's still pretty good. So this is it, guys. I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy, and I see you in the next one.